think this looks interesting. Normal body bearish. Targeting here. I mean, 50 cents for $3, 288 is pretty darn good. Maybe a bit late. We'll maybe wait on that in the 10. Yeah, I'm not going to force a trade. I'm not going to force a trade just for the sake of it. So a really nice BB breakdown here on NVIDIA. Basically, the thesis was we were looking for a rejection inside yesterday's range. Yesterday's range was a rejection day, so we're just basically looking for continuation of that narrative. We gap up into that zone, tells me that I should expect sellers to step in and defend this breakdown. And then I'm visualizing that move with the BB reversal here, where I'm looking for a close back towards sort of the top line, and then a move down towards sort of the midline and bottom line. And then the three lines here, right? One is my stop loss or the expected area of volatility, right? That middle white line is sort of my appropriate risk reward zone. And then that bottom white line is my profit target area. Okay, so I will be watching this NVIDIA here, guys. I will be watching this NVIDIA. But I want to basically see it like, I think the move is to look for like a fake out higher, right? I want to see basically what the reaction is inside this zone. And then maybe I can buy like an overreaction move higher and then look to fade this back down, right? So the reason I was looking for the fake out entry here was, although this volume was going to be decreasing, it was also going to be outlier. So I want to give it a little bit of extra space just in case. Oh, good man, Matthew. Yeah, no dopamine hits, man. Don't cheat yourself. So let's watch this reaction. I'm at 2 minutes left in this candle. Let's do some time. So watching here, right? Watching here. So now what I'm cheering for is for bulls to basically get overexcited and to flush through this sort of zone. And then that'll give me an opportunity to kind of fade the overreaction, which will buy me some margin for error. Wait for the overreaction breakout, right? Maybe that's the opportunity. A little bit of a wall stepping in there, right? It's a decent look. What was that? 262.40-ish? There's now 262.65, 262.90. Be very much the overreaction flush. Still gonna wait a sec here. Trying to see QQQ maybe reject a little bit. I can't see it on this screen, but on my other screen to my left, I had QQQ kind of flushing. So we've got weak bulls making higher highs and indexes breaking down. That gives me conviction that my weak bull theory is correct. Okay, gonna look for an entry here, guys. Gonna look for an entry. And I am in. Average price 262.81. 262.81. Stop loss is going to be 263.25. So because I entered above where my stop loss was supposed to be, I'm trading an expected range of volatility. So my stop loss is 45 cents away from my entry price, which is the difference between that sort of middle white line and top white line. So I'm giving it the same expected volatility, but getting a more patient entry. Okay, so far so good here, right? So far so good. I'm going to close a little bit off here, guys. I'm going to close off a little bit here, about 20% of my position. Okay, there we go. Close some at 261.88. Now stop loss on my remainder is going to be at my entry price. So we'll call that 262.80. And that right there is a quick buck a share. And let's see if this thing can break down, but not bad here. Not bad. Good start. Pretty good move. Pretty good move. Yeah, I'm watching more the indexes versus AMD here. That for me is more telling. Like I'm watching QQQ, right? How that looks a bit more like a rejection. So we saw that wall step in, right? QQQ selling off. Made me think that there was going to be downside pressure here pretty quick, and already up $1 a share, right? So pretty good entry. Bought that overreaction flush. Pretty much exactly how we planned it, right? So really good trade there. Pretty happy with that entry. 262.81 is pretty much a sniper entry. Yeah, QQQ still looks like it wants to flush, so hopefully we can get some further follow through before getting stopped out. Right, good entries make it really easy to survive that initial pullback. That's exactly what happened here, right? So got to that first profit target, 2R move essentially for that first take profit, and then now we're pulling back, retesting, but still very easily in this play. Okay, let's see if this thing can now break down towards low of day would be awesome. I'm going to take off a bit more at 261. That's going to be my next profit target. We're creeping up towards that now, right? 20 cents away. So far, so good. Let's go, Brad. Let's go. Protect that now, right? Don't let that trade go red. Make sure that you've locked in some profit, right? You're not being too aggressive. You're not being too greedy. And see if we can get a bit more follow through. 25 cents away from profit target. Kind of tempted to close here, to be honest. Now I'm seeing QQQ pull back a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where my stop is. Pretty happy with my entry too, so I can't really complain too much. I'm just being a little bit of a P&L simp there. Nice work, Brad. Nice work. I'm going to close off I think a bit more here, to be honest. Okay, so closed off a little bit there at 261.62. And I've closed off about half of my total position. Take off a bit more at that 261. If I can get it. And then there we go. I'm going to leave a rest of my, I've got 30% of my original position left. And let's see if that thing can break down. But great trade, guys. Great trade. I would say stop loss here now going to be like 262. And let's see if this thing can break down. Great rip, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a new line I haven't used before. But felt like I was making a decision based on a number I was looking at versus based on what the price action was telling me. So that's probably the best way I can describe it. Fuck, feels good to catch a trade though early, guys. That feels great. And textbook. That was a pretty much textbook setup. Did well buying the overreaction. Now we're up $2 a share. Congratulations, everybody. So I just have a small chunk left, and I mean, pretty stoked on this, right? Really good breakdown. Really didn't spend any time in the red. And she was pretty much perfect. So good plan. I mean, didn't get the max follow through in the end. Spoiler alert. But still really happy with this trade. I have no beefs with this process. I'll take a $2 share win any day of the week. Man, like 7 cents from the perfect entry. That's awesome. Okay, so the reason I chose 263.25 as my stop loss, right, is because the expected volatility here was about 40 cents. So I just added that to what my entry price was, right? So I added about, 35 cents, give or take, right, to my entry price, 45 cents, sorry, to my entry price, which was the expected stop I wanted to have here. So it was just entry price plus this area of volatility as then becoming my stop loss. So it wasn't like a random number I pulled out of the air. It was, okay, here's the volatility I think I need for this setup. If I'm going to buy the fake out, I'm willing to give it that amount of volatility, if that makes sense. So this 263.25 wasn't just some random punt here. Does that make sense? Yeah, sweet. 18 minutes into the session. Nice green day. Congratulations, everybody. No pressure to do anything here now, right? Nice 2 wins in a row here. We've stacked up as well, right? Friday and today. So really, really well done. Congratulations to everyone who played that. And let's see if we can get more follow through here, right? I think playing shares on this certainly makes it easier to to be able to survive these pullbacks. Sorry. That certainly makes it a lot of fun, but great little rip. So let's see if we can keep going. No real reason to be hyper aggressive here now, right? Volume came in early, but we haven't seen too much follow through here on the indexes. They've been relatively stuck. And so it seems like we're kind of mirroring, right, that price action a little bit here. Let's see if QQQ flushing, maybe SPY flushing is going to help, bring down NVIDIA with it. But I mean, great little trade. I've got a small little feeler position left essentially. And let's see if we can get that mega follow through 260. Just have some joy, right? But great session, great day. I don't need to do anything else. Feel pretty good catching a nice mover here prior to FOMC. Identified conditions pretty well. Had a good plan for those conditions. Yeah, I got nothing to complain about here, guys. That was textbook. Well done. Man, crazy how quickly we got a 4R move on that trade too, right? 45 cents a risk. We'll call it 50 cents worth of risk. We got $2 a share at one point. Pretty nice. Huh. Stop is still 262 here. Maybe if I can get a little bit more separation, I can go a buck a share, something like that. But yeah, awesome trade, guys. Nothing to do. All right, got stopped out, protecting entry. Great little trade, guys. Congratulations to everyone who caught that. Quick little, 15-minute ripper. Congratulations. No real reason for me to now overtrade, right? Fantastic little day. Fantastic start to the session. We'll obviously see if something else sets up, but the range that we've seen here so far, not exactly mega. Volume stepped in on NVIDIA, but it's now been kind of a fake out higher, fake out lower on the indexes. I want to be a little bit cautious, basically see if that narrative can resolve itself and then can go from there. But we did well identifying good strength. I mean, Tesla looks like it's a good move as well. Maybe there's a narrative there we can take advantage of. But no reason for me to do anything silly here. Good trade, good start to the morning. Nice to be green. And I'm assuming things will slow down here as we creep up closer and closer towards FOMC.